It's Power 106 Brown Bag Mornings, LA's number one for hip hop, and we have a legend in our presence.
Yeah. What up?
Man, you're right. I didn't have to say his name. You already know who it is. LL Cool J. Thank you so much for coming.
Glad to be here.
Welcome,
Good morning.
welcome.
Good morning.
It's incredible to have you in here, LL. And you know, the new album Force is here and everybody's been listening to it. I want to jump into it really quick and talk to you about the record with Eminem because the visuals are incredible to me. To find out you actually have your first car still intact and you brought it to the video set. That's insane. We talk about our first cars. It's probably like in its seventh hand right now.
Mine is total. Mine got crushed somewhere.
Well,
you actually have yours.
I have it. You know, I had to get it restored in a lot of ways, because I had a tree growing through it damn near in the backyard. You know what I mean? But I felt good. I just wanted to we wanted to recreate those album covers, so early in the game, like on my second album, and kind of give people who are familiar with it a flash, and then give people who weren't familiar like a vibe that they had never seen before. So it was kind of like a Back to the Future thing, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like, what we did was we went out to Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But the way me and M did the song was I was in the studio with Q-Tip and he played the beat, and I was like, yo, this beat would be crazy for me and M. He's like, yeah. So I hit M up. I'm like, yo, I got something for us. He's like, all right, send it to me. So I sent it to him, and he liked the beat. So once he liked the beat, we actually recorded it out here. We went to Dr. Dre's studio out here, and we recorded it.
Wow. Gosh.
So, Dre gave us the keys, so me and M ran up in there. We did our thing. I would go in the booth. I would write my rhyme, go in the booth, record. He was out like in the back. Then he would go in, I would leave, and we went back and forth. So we didn't see each other recording until the very end of the song when we did the little thing together. And then, I wanted to film it and just, I just felt like, so many people, man, are used to kind of, we've been trained to think that hip hop artists have to go away after a certain point in time. And I felt like I just wanted to show people what was possible, because I didn't believe that, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, it also is about press and play and people liking it. So I was like, yo, sometimes I think actions speak better than words, louder than words. So we went in and did it, and Murdergram do, baby. That's what it is. Just wanted to crack the code on them. You know what I mean?
You have mentioned that. I think you talked about the 4-minute mile, how at first no one thought someone doing a 4-minute mile was even possible. It took that first person to do it, and then you all of a sudden see so many people completing that or passing that 4-minute mile. If you look at it like this, if LL's changing that narrative of the elder statesman in hip hop, creating new music, right? That people are loving, it's gonna show all the other guys like, hey, you can contribute to and still have that long lasting career with new stuff.
You can, because it's about it's not about old and young, it's about old versus new. And the newness is really about the ideas. It's not so much, the reason why people have a tendency to say hip hop is a young game is not because of the reason people think. It's not the age, it's the ideas. A lot of times people that are younger have fresh ideas, but if you're creative and if you're really an artist, then you're gonna be able to come up with that new stuff. You're gonna be able to be creative and take it to the next level. So my thing is, if James Cameron and Spielberg and all of these different dudes can do it in film, why can't I do it in music? And not only as a producer, but actually be the one in front rhyming. You know what I'm saying? Which is a little different from making the beat. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to do that, and we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it just shows you what's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What was it like working with Q-Tip? Because I feel like just you two creative geniuses in a room together spawned all this stuff. What even spawned that idea?
So we really, I had been talking about it a little bit. I had a dream about Phife Dawg. I was working on some music. I had a dream about Phife Dawg. Dre had given me, I had done like 20, maybe 30, 40 records with Dr. Dre, but the music was way better than my rhymes. Like I didn't feel like the songwriting was living up to the level of the music. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take this joint off, man. It's hot in this motherfucker. I hope I didn't finish the cuss. I called, I had this dream about Phife. He came to me in a dream. And I was like, because I didn't feel like I was really delivering for Dre, and Dre deserves the best L. He shouldn't have to settle for me, right? For something weak. So in that, when I had that dream, Phife came to me, he was like, yo, that new album you're gonna do is dope. And I was like, yeah, but he kind of made a face and I was like,
in the dream.
in the dream, he made a crazy face. So, you know what I'm saying? So, when I woke up, I was like, yo, what do I do? So I called up Q-Tip. Something just told me to call Tip. Called him up. He's like, what up? I said, yo, I want to make an album, man. He said, yo, what kind of album you want to make? I said, yo, man, I want flavor, hot sauce, crispy chicken. I want flavor. I want to taste this thing. You know what I'm saying? Pickle juice. You know what I'm saying? He was like, say less. So we went in the studio. We worked on the joint. And there it is. Now, in terms of the process, everything was made from scratch. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching him create a lot of the music. Sometimes I wouldn't be there and he would create and tell me he has something. Sometimes he would send it to me, but it was always custom in the moment. Right. And then what I did was, the other thing I realized is that you can't create music for people if you can't relate to people. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So I was running around all over the city, running around in New York, like I had the mask on because it was during the pandemic. I had the mask on, hoodie, so they don't know who it is. They just see a big black dude walking around. They don't know what's going on. So I'm walking through. I'm in the subway. I'm on the Public City bus. I'm here. I'm there.
Taking everything in.
How long had it been since you kind of lived as like a normal person? Because you were like essentially like a child rapper, teen rapper.
Since I did that, it'd been about like the song on my album, 30 Decembers. It'd been like probably 30 joints since I had even, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, it just felt good to kind of explore the world because, see, a lot of times artists, like I've said this before, but look, artists can be rappers, but not all rappers are artists, right? So, and when I say artist, I'm not talking about somebody with a signed deal. I'm talking about somebody who creates art. So, for me, it was like, I just wanted to explore the world, and the thing that you forget is that you get caught in a bubble. So you have a lot of these guys, like, they don't even realize it, or women, they're living fancy lives, even just working here, even people in corporate here, like you get in a bubble, you know what I'm saying? And that affects your creativity. That's why you're so excited when somebody who's fresh off the block comes up here and plays a song for you, because you're getting a dose of the real world. That's that thing that's missing. So, just moving around like that kind of, you remember the danger. You remember the, that urine smell. You remember that energy. Remember that. You remember that plastic couch with your thighs stuck to it. You just remember certain things. And that kind of, I think, feeds your soul. You know what I'm saying? For me. You know what I mean?
Did you take any wrong ways on the subway? When I first went to New York,
no, like even in the
I would get on the right one in the wrong direction.
Of course you would. I was on so I got on on one of the lines. I said, the machines are not working. There ain't no tokens or nothing. This thing that changed all of a sudden. Like, I went up in there. Yo, I'm like, I'm walking up in there looking for tokens, bro. They had no tokens. Like a Metro card. I'm looking real. I'm looking like a dinosaur in that joint. I'm like, ain't no tokens in this joint. I'm getting on the bus. The bus looked like an IMAX theater with all the screens and all the sound. I'm like, yo, this is wild. Like, everything was different. So that for me was, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool. It was cool. But I understand what you're saying, B. I was just moving around. You know what I mean?
A lot of the longevity that you hold, and I guess to me, the icon that you are, that we know you, we see you. Someone could say LL Cool J and I'll picture you, right? And we know what you've done is that you, like, there's this phrase I like, that pros still practice. You don't lose sight of that. You're clearly very disciplined. You were never on some, I got it, and now and so what? Do you think that's really important, especially if you're being an example for other people that are been in here long in the game, that it's not just being here, it's not just a name. You also have to have that work ethic to maybe outbeat the younger cats.
Well, it's really, look, you can always be better. I don't care how good of a cook you are, you can get better. You can get better at anything. So in order to get better at something, you have to practice the right way. And you also got to, dig deep. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for me, it's like, I don't want nobody to lower the rim for me because I've been doing it a long time. I wasn't like, oh, it's cool, but he got a 9-foot rim and all that. No, we're not doing that. Leave that joint at 10 feet. Let me see what I could do with that. That's the fun of it. So, I'm just really like, just having fun with it. In terms of competition, like, the first point is just to show people what's possible.
Right.
That's really the focus. I'm not really concerned with, like, moving other people out of the way. I'm interested in being number one all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not necessarily in this to, like, dig a hole for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just about maximizing my potential and getting to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just having fun with it.
LL Cool J, that it's insane.
He's crazy. Yeah. He says, I'm just having fun with it. But when we look at your track record, you produce shows, you act, you're in movies, you make music. It's like, how do you find time and inspiration to be able to knock all that out and be great at all of it?
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Like, you just can't limit yourself, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta want it. Like, if somebody put your head in a barrel of water, you gotta want it as bad as you want oxygen. You know what I'm saying? You got to want that. You know what I'm saying? You got to want it.
What are you bad at, LL Cool J? You literally done that.
Only bad things, baby. I'm bad at all the bad stuff, baby. I'm really bad at bad stuff. I'm really bad at bad stuff, baby.
LL Cool J. You're in NCIS Los Angeles. Yeah. I feel like you're practically an Angelino with how long you've been here.
Yeah, I was here a minute.
Yeah. Andrew was telling
I'm a New Yorker, though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a New Yorker. Whoa. That'll be viral.
You can never take the New York out the New Yorker.
Whoa.
We can't claim you? We can't claim you?
Oh, no. Oh, no, you can't claim me, baby.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, I speak enough, but yo entiende español. ¿Tú quieres hablar español conmigo?
Sí, eso es lo que te iba a preguntar. Because you are trilingual, and I know you learned that from NCIS,
NCIS, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
And it trips.
Learn a little Spanish on the set, a little bit.
What was it from? Like, how was it? Was it classes or?
Oh, no, just friends and people. Just interacting. That's a good word.
So you learned Spanish here, not in New York?
In New York, first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, New York and here, but you know, what could I say? Yo tengo mucho respeto para diferentes culturas. So,
on your Spanish Heritage Month, I hope we're up.
We're claiming you.
Wait,
arriba.
All the way to the top.
I know, I probably sound like Canelo when he's talking English, but you understand what I'm saying.
We understand, exactly.
I wanted to take you to boxing real quick because of Mama Said Knock You Out. You're so, I guess, and you're enveloped in the sport. You know, people constantly reference your record, you know, and knowing that when you were doing the music video, there's a reason why you're up there by yourself. You're making sure that the visuals stood out. Does boxing trip you out sometimes? Like,
I love boxing.
I think the correlation between boxing and rapping is right there, you know?
Well, it's similar, but the difference in art is that, you know, unless your brain is in hot dog water, you can keep creating forever. Like, your body gonna change. You might not want to get chin checked when you're 40, you know what I mean? Like, but when you out there, but in terms of the art, you can keep creating. That being said, you know, my uncle, he was the first light heavyweight champion in America, John Henry Lewis, first black light heavyweight champion in America, and he's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And you know, I just love the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love everything about it. I love the savagery of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch nothing civilized. I'm not interested in nothing civilized. I don't want to see nothing civilized. I need some savagery in my life. Just savage.
Go head hunting.
Head hunting, B. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, so your uncle is in the Boxing Hall of Fame. You're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And the Hip Hop Hall, like,
and Walk of Fame, right?
Yeah, I got a star.
All the fame.
Yeah. Well, you know, listen, but all of that is a result. Look, the champagne that you see LeBron and them popping in the locker room, or the champagne you see Curry and them, or whoever, that comes from putting the work in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just having fun with it, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, you know, I don't even really think about a lot of that stuff.
Right.
That's whatever. And not whatever, like, I don't care about it, but it's more like, am I enjoying myself, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
That comes as a result of. You pursue something else. The accolades and all that comes as a result of. They're not the goal.
Right. No, you got to follow your bliss, right? That's the whole statement. Follow your bliss. Like, what makes you feel real happy? What makes you feel real blissful?
Yeah.
What really gives you that feeling? And then you got to have the courage to follow that.
Yeah.
Because see, there's two paths, right? Like to put it as a metaphor, it's like the world wants most people to be bakers,
right?
But a lot of people want to be travelers. You know what I'm saying? But to be a traveler, that takes courage, you know what I'm saying? Because the baking is where you got a store, you're gonna make money, people look at you, you look secure. Oh, the family, they like you. You're a good bet. You're a safe bet. Whereas the traveler is like, you moving around. But I'd rather be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my priority. Like, I'm not really interested in trying to impress nobody other than the only impression is like, are you maximizing your dreams? And if you're impressed by that, then cool. but that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why we love the Force, the new album. Look, you have Sweetie on the album.
Yeah.
We love that record.
Yeah.
Because you put her in a different pocket too. It's still Sweetie, but like
different pocket.
Yeah,
that's funny.
No, but we're like hearing her in a different way than we've heard her.
Definitely.
But it's still, it was really cool to see that type of, I guess, that connection between the eras. You know?
So what I wanted to do, look, everybody can relate to certain things, right? And proclivities is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Proclivities means like the thing that you're inclined to do. It's like, you know, somebody who like, you know, I don't know, let's say they love gambling.
Yeah.
And they have a proclivity for gambling. Or if they like sex, they may have a proclivity for that.
Yeah.
So this was about people like delving into that side that people don't talk about, because it wasn't about the normal twerking and the normal things that we see every day. This is about the stuff that don't nobody talk about. This was about like, you know, I can't breathe and I like it. You know, it was about that kind of it was about that side of things. And so it was like
Jose likes being choked.
Yeah, exactly. Little choking going on. And we ain't talking about chicken bone. Little neck gripping. Consensual neck gripping. Consensual neck gripping.
That's for proclivity.
So that's what it's about. That's what it was about.
Greg smells his dog's feet.
They smell good.
Well, we gonna keep that between him and his dog.
You know
what? Smell like Doritos.
Hey, I ain't judging though, bro. I ain't judging.
It
smells like Cinnabons.
You know what? It all makes sense now. Why LL knows Spanish.
Why?
Proclivities.
You're great.
That's funny. That's funny.
Well,
it's funny.
I want to ask you. So you invented the term "goat,"
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Does it bother you how people throw that term around these days, like so often? Like this is the goat. Oh, this is the goat. This is the goat. That.
Yeah, nah. It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. Like I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like somebody passed one math test and then go to math.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like, you're the GOAT. Pass one test. In second grade. I think. Look, people. I don't really judge it that way. Yeah. I had no idea that the term was going to become what it became.
Yeah.
I just think it's good for the world. It's become synonymous with excellence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's it. Now, there's certain things that, like when you achieve the unachievable in most people's eyes, or when you can do the undoable, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a saying like, genius hits a target nobody else can see. You know what I'm saying? That's GOAT level movements and stuff. So, but I ain't tripping. Nah, I don't trip off of that, man. Like, you know, if you want to call, your grandmother the GOAT because her wig ain't slide this morning, you know what I mean? Like, her wig, she got her wig stuck this morning, and it was hot. Then, all right, the grandma's the GOAT this morning, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you want to do.
Is Aaron Judge the GOAT for you?
Nah. That's right. I got mad respect though, but there's just too many great ball players out there, man. You know that's subjective, bro. You know, and to be honest with you, I follow boxing more than baseball, But that being said, there's there's just too many great players out there, man. It's subjective because a lot of times that has to do with how people affect you. You know what I'm saying? But there's a couple of people out there. I mean, we could take it back to Hank Aaron. I mean, we could take it back. To some, we can go all the way back, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever thought of maybe delving more into boxing, whether it be producing a movie or starring in it, or maybe like backing I'm sure you talk to boxers too, because they look up to you for.
Every now and then you get a dude that wants a sponsorship, but my thing is like, I'm putting all my money on his chin like that. Like, I don't know. Let me see that chin, bro. Like, bro, you need a thicker beard or something, bro. Like, you out there, put my money, some meatball, get out there, get knocked out. My 20 grand, I went down the tube. Like, you know what I mean?
On LL Cool J Promotions or something?
Nasty. Nah, but you know what? I would, look, I love boxing, and yes, I would produce a film, and I would, be interested in doing stuff like that. Yeah. It just got to come to me. You know what I'm saying? I got to be inspired.
What about who are some GOAT boxers?
Oh my God! I mean, it starts off with Jack Johnson. Roy Jones at his peak prime era was unbelievable in that ring. I mean, Iron Mike at his prime was amazing. Obviously, Floyd is his ability is crazy. There's so many. Sugar Ray Leonard. You could go on. Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, baby. Like boxing. Canelo's a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't front on Canelo. He lost to Mayweather when he was young, and he lost to Bivol. But I don't want to turn this into the sports show. But he lost to Bivol. I mean, he's a monster.
Yeah. How do you feel about like the celebrity boxing scene that's going on with bringing like the older boxers versus the celebrities?
I mean, I don't listen. Like, I mean, whatever floats your boat, baby. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat. I mean, if that's what you want to do, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I love Mike. He agreed to it.
Right.
True. He did.
That's it.
I
mean, everybody
can enough to do it.
Yeah. I mean, you can say what you want about Jake Paul and all that, but if dudes is agreeing to fight him, what are we really talking about?
True.
Like nobody, at least I don't think Jake put a gun to nobody's head and said, "Come on." You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see though. Yeah. We're gonna see what that's. We're gonna see what happens with that.
Yeah. That's a good perspective, LL Cool J, because to me, like, we're really big boxing fans too.
Yeah.
And I think there is that, I guess, and that's probably a debate in different industries, like, as the influencer type ruining it for people that are like professionally going at it and they've trained since they were kids and all of that. And I think that's the imagery. But I do see the Paul brothers, when one's going into WWE, the other one does boxing, they're giving it the dedication. They're giving it they're not just showing up to get their ass beat.
Well, I got one, like, I could add to that. It's like, you got to remember that when you see people succeeding, that's their dream.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we're forgetting about that. Like, everybody has 24 hours to dream.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to dream about whatever you want to dream about and make that come to fruition. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. You could dream about it right now, and it's up to you to figure that out. Yeah. That was that man's dream.
Yeah.
So what are we really talking about? He accomplished his dream. So if you have a dream that's contradictory of that, you want then be like Turk, whatever my man is, who just bought Ring Magazine and all that, and do your thing that way. Right. So I don't begrudge it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, and then for those who don't respect the fact that like a Mike Tyson would do it, or why is he doing that? I remember a long time ago, my grandfather used to shine shoes, and so for a long time when I would walk through airports, I would feel uncomfortable when I see people getting their shoes shined, because it made me feel like it was like some subservient kind. I don't like the look of it, right? You see an older man shine a young boy's shoe, but one day this dude checked me. I'm like, yo, look at that. He's like, yo, let me tell you something, man. He said, that guy that's shining them shoes, he making a living, he feeding his family.
Right. Yeah.
So when you walk past him and you don't want him to do that because you think you're making him beneath you somehow or subservient to you, really you're denying that man a living. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you can say what you want, Mike is too precious, or Mike is too successful or accomplished, but you don't deny Mike that opportunity if that's what he wants.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So sometimes we're being too good for, like we being so heavenly that we know earthly good.
Right.
You dig? You know what I mean? So
that's hard.
Yeah. See, I have a dream of being a rapper, and they all shut me down. But now I'm gonna do it.
Oh my
Why
God.
not?
I'm gonna do it now.
Why not? Just
okay, do it.
And you got the first bar got to be about smelling your dog's feet. You better lean all the way in on that. My man, Dogfoot. My man, Dogfoot. Dogfoot.
Dogfoot. Right now.
That's Dogfoot. What up? Dogfoot. What up?
Go.
Every day I have a dream. I wake up smelling my dog's feet. They might smell like Doritos, but even though they don't smell like Cheetos, I'm gonna go and follow my dreams though.
See, there we go.
He's laughing.
You gotta start somewhere. We all started somewhere.
LL Cool J, the Force album is out now. Murder Grandu, that's with our guy Eminem. Yeah. We have the Proclivities with Sweetie. There's so much in store for you still. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, like as a child of you and someone inspired by you, seeing you continue to have this energy, that itself
inspiring.
Is inspiring. Thank you so much, LL Cool J.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. You're our new primo now. You're our primo.
Yeah. Primo in the building, baby. In La Casa, baby.
Casa, 106, Brownback Mornings.
You gotta give him some Diaz.
Stop giving him the Diaz. Leave his Diaz alone.
The Diaz?
Bye.